The stage was set for a great semifinals matchup between Cash Money J and M-Nose. M-Nose was up 5 the first quarter, up 3 at the half, and up 5 going into the fourth quarter. But showing the resilience he showed all tournament long, Cash Money went to work in the fourth.
So a three-point play chance for him.
Despite having Tracy McGrady foul out at the beginning of the quarter, Giannis took.
Well, at this early stage of the season, what's the biggest challenge for a team, Grant?
Well, you know, B.A., early on, some teams know what kind of club they are. But for a lot of teams that had some turnover or a coaching change, it's about finding who you are, finding your identity, figuring out what style is going to work.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Wiggins and Green make up the forwards. MP is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Wiseman in at the center position. Wiggins passes to James. Sacramento grabs the miss. Victory eluded them last time in San Francisco when they faced the Warriors.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just picked the worst time to do it.
Here's James. After the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago. Hey, you look at the numbers that MP has been putting up. It's hard to believe that fans still would have preferred Shep Owens in the draft.
I know. I mean, I guess everyone is entitled to their opinion. But MP has shown he's at least worth the 18th pick. Fans can't ignore the numbers he's putting up forever.
Well, Grant, the shocker of the 2022 trade deadline, Domantas Sabonis going to the Kings.
Big-time surprise. Tyrese Halliburton going the other way to Indy. Now, I like that deal for both sides. Sacramento adding an all-star big. The Kings needing some size. Sabonis adds that.
Herter can't hit.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
And it's Wiseman with the jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. James outside. He tries for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Now here's Fox. Coming off a 31-point game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Herter. Shoots from the line. Fox, that's good.
Look at how planted Fox is. He's primed to shoot the moment he gets it.
Here's James. The offensive rebound. Whoa!
Nice!
What a huge jam!
Gracious.
Big time right there.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Now here's Fox. A great scorer, averaging almost 26 a game. From about 19, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. Here's Fox, trailing by 5. Timeout called, the Kings.
And their number 4 overall pick, Keegan Murray, making a quick impact. One of the most efficient players in college basketball at Iowa last year. He went on to win MVP of the 2K23 Summer League. Can he become a rising star for the Kings? It'll be fun to watch.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings.
Your 916 crew dance team.
Here's James. Last game out, we saw him score 42. Fox runs point with Herter by his side. Domantas Sabonis out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Davis in at small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Herter. It's a 5-point game. Right side Davis. Sinks the tray.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Well, the Warriors shooting efficiently, 50% so far. James can't get it to go. Well, the Kings shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Herter finds Fox. Over James. Back to Herter. He nails it, and we're tied. Herter's got his first basket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
3 points.
The Kings have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Lyles. And that one is hammered home.
Pretty slick by Fox right there, giving it away to the guy who is ready to attack.
The 3, James. Again, the miss by James. For Sacramento, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter.
And guess what, guys? I mean, one of the ways De'Aaron Fox improved his skills growing up was playing 2K, learning the NBA game on 2K. I love it.
The 3, James knocks it down from distance. James has got 11 points.
They're shooting the 3 extremely well this quarter. It'll be fun to see if they can keep it up.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, the Kings made a big trade last season to acquire all-star Sabonis. It's clear they want to break from their league-long playoff drought, and they're hoping he can help them do it. He said, quote, "It's exciting. I want to be here. We're going to fight and get wins." Back to you.
Yeah, they're all in, Allie. Thank you. And Thompson gets it to go. And De'Aaron, playing 2K growing up, his dad encouraged him to observe. Take note.
Good advice. I mean, De'Aaron learned a lot about things like ball screens, pick and roll from playing video games, stuff like that. I mean, Fox used 2K as a way to study the game of basketball.
And it's Fox missing.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Here's James. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
With all the attention Clay gets, it can lead to open looks for others. Nice decision.
Timeout called. Sacramento. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can.
First half now in the books. The Warriors on top, up by 10. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
The Warriors, 45.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Sacramento has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. Thompson the 2 with Wiggins at the 3. Green at the 4 and Wiseman at the 5. And it's James in at the point. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Here's Fox. Outside Davis. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Grant, so much young talent for the Warriors. Many said they should trade for veterans. They resisted.
And they won a title anyways. I mean, with the salary cap perhaps their greatest obstacle, having contributors on cost-controlled rookie contracts sure helps.
And with their title last season, the Warriors now with 7 in franchise history. No longer tied with the Bulls. They are alone and ranked 3rd all time.
And the Warriors still have a long way to go to surpass the Celtics and the Lakers for total championships, each with 17.
but their ambition from the top down is to do exactly that. They want to be, in their own words, the greatest organization on earth.
Definitely playing the long game. Here's James.
We've talked about this. Fox has all the tools to be a great defender.
Pass to Davis. Fires from deep. No luck on that one. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. For three, James. He drops it from range.
Three.
He's got 16 points. And the Kings shooting about 47%. A nice number. Outside Davis. Back to Fox. Herder against Thompson. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
For three, James. James can't get that one to fall.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. And we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, B.A., I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks, the social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, and I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money, too.
Basket's good. Davis has gotten his 3rd basket of the night. The Warriors have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Wiseman finds James.
I think the Kings have been struggling with a lack of consistency in their plays, their lineups, their front office. Seems like there is constant change.
First one falls for him. Well, you wonder what change in Sacramento could get the franchise back on track, RJ.
Well, roster shakeups could get some quick results, but I do think the future could be bright in Sacramento if they can build around their strengths and be very, very patient.
And you know they've got a passionate fan base, too.
Very passionate and a hungry one.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone. Hey, but he made it count.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Fox. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Wiggins. Stolen by Davis. To the paint. Herder can't hit.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Incredible passer at his position. Green is especially good at getting it to the open teammate.
That free throw good from James. And watching Draymond Green play, Grant, he's the quarterback on both ends.
I love that, B.A. Defensively, constantly calling out instructions on how to switch, keeping everyone organized. And offensively, Green is an incredible passer. Sees guys get open before they do. The first thing I think of when watching Davion Mitchell is defense. Mitchell entered the league as one of the best on-the-ball defenders out there.
The first free throw is good. And no doubt, Davion Mitchell is an elite defensive guard. Why is that, Grant?
Well, B.A., despite standing 6 feet, he's got a 6'5" wingspan. Mitchell is really strong and quick, but the biggest...
Substituting new room getting ready for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Metu. Lyles comes in for Barnes. Davis, he's checked in for Herder. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Mitchell. We've got Trey Lyles. Malik Monk is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Davis in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted. This crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Back to Fox. Out to the right wing. Here's Lyles. Warriors with the rebound. Wiseman's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. James lays it up and banks it in. James has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Back to Monk. You know, RJ, we've seen it for years. The final minute of a game can take up to 20 minutes of real time, or sometimes longer. You think that's something the league needs to look at?
Well, the league wants to look at that, but you also have to make sure that you keep the integrity of the game. If there is strategy that you can use, whether it's taking a foul or calling a timeout, you try and use it. So the league has to make sure that they find that delicate balance of flow, but also allowing people to use the rules.
Fox against James. That shot off. Good work defensively by Wiseman.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The shot by James, no good. For Sacramento, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Fox outside. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got rebound number 11. Here's James. Soft touch off the glass. James has got 4 points this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Pass to Monk. Here's Sabonis. Out to Fox. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by Fox.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
James against Fox. The kick out to Wiggins from downtown, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Wiggins has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Warriors.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Grant?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And they've now won themselves a 2-1 advantage in this season series. We'll see if it's the same story when these two meet one last time.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Shot to stop the run, and it's Fox missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And that one's good. Green.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. James with the ball from deep. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Fox outside. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everybody.
Oh, I'm hearing you're thinking about staying after all.
Yeah, things got a little emotional the other day, and this is where I want to be ultimately.
Great. Well, now all we got to do is game plan.
Oh, wait.
Look, I'm not saying you can't do the whole good soldier routine, but...
Listen, I just don't want to leave anything up to chance.
MP, we start small.
Okay.
I'll set up a meeting with John Luck. You can tell him all about how Othello threw a temper tantrum over the idea of winning fans of the city.
Wow, you really showed out tonight. Is this the best?
Man, I don't see it that way. You know, I've had a bunch of good games. Yeah, I scored a lot of points or whatever, but I could do more. You know, I'm just glad that we got this win. But nah, man, this ain't my best game. I can do a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah? I mean, what else could you do? How could you possibly play better on offense?
I mean, I definitely passed up on some looks, you know, trying to get my teammates involved. Man, honestly, I could have scored another 10, 12 points easily.
Well, you got the win anyway, which is the important part. And a bonus, you had a great game. Congrats.
I got a 50 on me, but I told her I keep it 100. Since I was a little, I just about to go give me some money. Since I made up 25 million on one of them days, now they right in my way. I got fatigue on my body, on right Maserati, it's right, I'm going out of space. I remember days, going on missions, hopping in fences, running from I got on all the Cadillacs, slide through like I'm Obama. Going to St. Laurent store, Louis Vuitton, Don, I'm so come. I was in the back, eating jambalaya, how about the PJ straight in my pajamas? I got a 50 on me, but I told her I keep it 100. Since I was a little, I just about to go give me some money. Since I made up 25 million on one of them days, now they right in my way. I got fatigue on my body, on right Maserati, it's right, I'm going out of space. I remember days, going on missions, hopping in fences, running from I got on all the Cadillacs, slide through like I'm Obama. Going to St. Laurent store, Louis Vuitton, Don, I'm so come. I was in the back, eating jambalaya, how about the PJ straight in my pajamas? Hey, we got it poppin', I'm straight out the city, my but they never knew when I was on it. What your pops make for half the year, I spend that on my shoes. Hey, I go from country to country and city to city, I know how to move. They can't ignore me, we got the locals treating us like royalty. I just spent 5,000 on some Jordan, you look, can't keep up with the score. Cashed out on the Jesus piece, cause you know what it mean to me. Wanna pull up at Sunday service in Bugattis, I call up Yeezy, I got new holy water. I can with the I cut on that, she want me to buy it. And the love gets scarcer when you climbing the ladder, going higher and higher. I thank God every day, cause he cleared all the snakes and gave me my desires. All you old paid, sitting back waiting, hoping I retire. I got a 50 on me, but I told her I keep it 100. Since I was a little, I just about to go give me some money. Since I made up 25 million on one of them days, now they right in my way. I got fatigue on my body, on right Maserati, it's right, I'm going out of space. I remember days, going on missions, hopping in fences, running from I got on all the Cadillacs, slide through like I'm Obama. Now going to St. Laurent store, Louis Vuitton, Don, I'm coming. I was in the back eating jambalaya. How about the PJ straight in my pajamas? Gotta get a haircut for the PJ. I can show you how we do. You know it's all in the game like it's EA. Have a before the plane land. Couldn't let the flight attendants through the doors. Yeah. We went to Hawaii to change the climate. Yeah. She had a little buddy. Yeah. She said, Roddy, inside of your diamonds. Yeah. Put my Emmer cuts on there. Yeah. Hopping islands just to change my environment. We plotting on Raris, started in Dodges. Hey, I like 4 hands on me when I give my massages. Hey, I call her Lil Nicky. I got a 50 on me, but I told her I'd keep it 100. Since I was a little, I just about to go give me some money. Since I made up 25 million on one of them days, now they right in my way. I got fatigue on my body, on right Maserati, it's right, I'm going out of space. I remember days, going on missions, hopping in fences, running from I got on all the Cadillacs, slide through like I'm Obama. Now going to St. Laurent store, Louis Vuitton, Don, I'm coming. I was in the back eating jambalaya. How about the PJ straight in my pajamas?
Last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Shout out to my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl. On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the perks you get from being super dope. This is real life, ain't no act in it. All these rap, they be Brad Pitt. Every little thing I do is mad different. Got my little cousin playing badminton. Gave my little bro a quick 50 piece, he got
It's time for Top Plays. This is Jedediah Jones, public address announcer of your Minnesota Timberwolves. Season 5 is here, and it's a clean slate for Top Plays. Your vote has all the power, so eyes up, let's do this. Clutch time leads off with Ado 40-16 down 3. Spencer Dinwiddie has the catapult. Yes! The unlikely fling.
So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin, and those teams, they can't lose their confidence because it's a long season. And sometimes you just don't have the talent to beat other teams but you must stay focused and try to get better every night.
And the starting group for the Spurs, we've got Devin Vassell. He's out there with Jones. Pirtle is out there with McDermott. And it's Roby in at the four-man position.
A terrific stretch forward. Draymond showing he can get it done from the mid-range.
Passes it to Vassell. Out to the right wing. McDermott kicks to Vassell. Pass to Roby. Back to Vassell. And he's going up for the alley-oop. 5 to shoot. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And that one, good. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And the pass to Roby. Now, here's Vassell. He's guarded closely. And Thompson sends it back.
Don't let Klay Thompson's scoring overshadow what he gives you at the defensive end.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. He's looking forward to this first meeting between these teams. He told his guys, this is a fantastic opportunity to show what we've got and what we're about. But we have to protect the rim at all costs, even if that allows them to get an open shot from time to time. Well, that's an interesting strategy, guys. We'll see if it works.
All right, thank you, David.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
James against Jones. Steps back and fires. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far. And some might go as far, Greg, as saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively.
Pass to Vassell. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Slick move by Vassell against contact, managing to work his way inside.
And the Warriors decide to first time out here. This game coming on the Heat. Heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, it was all hands.
Warriors leading by 3. On the wings, Thompson and Wiggins. Green and Wiseman make up the inside pin. And it's James in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
McDermott dishes to Jones. Passes it to Bessie. Six to shoot. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Green, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Spurs trail by 6.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You've watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible. incredible, and we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it to the audience. And, of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks.
Warriors leading by 4. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
It's Spurs ball.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to McDermott. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
3 points.
McDermott's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball.
It's Spurs ball.
The Spurs shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Now, here's Vassell. He's covered by Thompson. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Pirtle. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins finds James. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
And the shot goes down. Green's got his second basket of the game.
What concentration from Green there. So talented at varying shots and playing through contact.
Here's Jones. Green with the rebound.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength the numbers, indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. GA, thanks. And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. And so it's the Golden State Warriors.
With a score, our Warriors 38. The Spurs 28. And get ready to move.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's James. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Doug McDermott. Jones is out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Roby in at the 4 spot. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
The pass to Roby for 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
For so long, many joked about how the Spurs were always too old, right? Too old, too slow, too stuck in their same ways. But that's changing.
Well, I was on a couple of those teams too, Kevin. I remember well, people said that the Spurs were too old and needed to get younger. And over the last few years, they've done exactly that. The way Draymond carries himself, plays with a chip on both shoulders, which can be good and bad. Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
And the 3 ball is good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Spurs trail by 15. Pass to Roby. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Birtle's shot is off.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Offensive rebound. Wiseman makes it off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 17.
You just can't teach size and length. And Wiseman beats everyone to the ball for that second chance opportunity.
Vassell with it, working on Thompson. Nice shot by Birtle. Birtle's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's James. He's got 13. From deep 3-point range, and they'll get another chance. Here's Wiseman, and finished off by Wiseman.
Wow, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
Spurs trail by 17. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
You shot a great percentage tonight after some struggles earlier this season. What did you notice tonight with your shooting?
I mean, Coach said those shots are there for me. I know I'm a great shooter, and those open looks are there. I just have to get in rhythm. And going forward, once I find my rhythm, we could definitely build on that.
Do you consider yourself one of the better shooters on this team?
Oh, no doubt, man. I mean, granted, we got a lot of good shooters on this team, and I'm not saying I'm the best, though I do shoot at a high clip. But night in and night out, I'm very efficient, and I see myself as a leader in that area. So, yeah.
You definitely look like it tonight. Thank you for your time. I spoke with Ashley, and she was clear about the ground rules for this interview.
Okay, great.
No. Frighteningly clear.
Yeah, she's just trying to protect me, man, that's all.
Right. Well, make sure to let her know that I was clear with you that this is an off-the-records interview.
Bro, it sounds like she put the fear in your heart a little bit.
Yeah, well, she knows a lot about my personal life. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Interesting, but we can leave it at that.
Anyway, what I know so far is that Othello Akpem has been butting heads with people in the front office.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Yep, 100% true.
Can you tell more about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. But I do have to ask you, I'm a little nervous right now. I don't usually do things like this, so just bear with me a little bit.
I promise to be a sympathetic yet journalistically impartial ear.
Great. I appreciate that. So as you know, it all starts on draft night, and most of the fans didn't want me there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they hired Freddie Novak to smooth things over with the fans on a PR perspective.
Interesting.
But it wasn't like a commercial, like cynical stuff like the media made it out to be.
What was it?
Okay, so they wanted to ease my transition to the starting lineup. So if the fans were all over me, any little mistake I made would be a huge deal in the press. You know what I'm saying? So the front office just wanted to take the pressure off of me. It was all about helping me reach my highest potential.
So this was a top-down initiative?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, Man, he literally forbid me from doing any of the act.
Wow, okay, so why do you think he was so against you having these interactions?
Say the truth, John. I'm not sure, but it was not reasonable. I mean, there was no logical explanation for it. So,
MP, that's very interesting.
yeah, I thought you might. Oh, you're here, so that can't be good.
Well, it's not bad either. Things aren't inherently good or bad, they just are.
Last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Should I tune my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the perks you get from being super dope. This is real life.
Third is Young King 13 in the wreck, steals the handoff and nails the send-off. The sparks are flying because Limitless has a whole new definition. Last stop is the bridge with XX Bus. The defender is camping in the paint. Thinks they're safe, but they ain't. Soaring, growing, and scoring. Go ahead, call.
Everyone's still finding their footing in this early part of the season, Grant. How important is it to get off to a really hot start?
Oh, it's so important to get off early to a good start, BA. You really want to build some momentum early. In some ways, it can really set the tone for the rest of the season.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins and Green make up the forwards. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Wiseman in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Get outside, get outside.
For 3, Booker. That shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And how about Wiggins' ability to slither in there and slip past the contact for a finish?
And I think Andrew Wiggins is a great example of how positions have changed. Came into the league playing a lot of the 2. Now we see him at times playing a bunch at the 4.
Now here's Payne. His last outing he had 20. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. Here's Curry. From down in the low post, it goes.
Steph burning you on the inside's not part of the game plan. It's almost pick your poison trying to guard him.
And for Wiggins, he'll play the stretch 4 at times. Grant, he's extremely versatile.
And BA, that shows just how the game has evolved. Wiggins is a traditional small forward, but we've seen that push to small ball, shifting Andrew to the 4 and even the 5 during stretches.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
James, that's good.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control. No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight. Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay. Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Now, here is James. He played a great game against San Antonio.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.